Good day, good day, good day. Good day, mommy. How you doing? It's good to see you. Good day, everybody. What is today? Tuesday? Tuesday. Wow, it's Tuesday, y'all. And we are going to get into it. So, welcome, Nan. Welcome to Morning Sip with Rev Melissa. I am Rev Melissa, and Morning Sip is Spirit in Practice, where we practice, and practice some more. So, we are in our continuing distraction series that we have married with the New York Times 10-day fresh start challenge. So I hope everyone is participating in that or, at least following along here with me on Morning Sip. So it's good to see you all, Gladys. We're going to get into it because we are in day 7 already. But I just want to go back to yesterday for a moment, day 6, which was about the 5-finger breathing. And I remember I invited us all to do the 5-finger breathing with the 5-finger gratitude, right? So we did our breathing, we did our gratitude, and while we have our hands raised up, we could give some praise, right? We could give some praise. So I hope that was good for you yesterday. But remember, we're accumulating as we go along, right? So we're still doing day 1, day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're adding on, right? We're adding on. And I did a recap yesterday of days 1 through 5. And then we did day 6 yesterday. And today we're going to get into day 7. But I want to start off with day 1 by asking that question: how are you feeling? How are you feeling today, Gladys? How are you feeling today, Nan? How are you feeling today, Mommy? How are y'all feeling? So my congregation of joy, how are you feeling today? How are you feeling today? And so I have my list, and I was looking through the feelings list that the New York Times provided with the challenge. And I have to say today I'm feeling tired, and I'm feeling caring, and I'm feeling a little weary. I woke up this morning not feeling 100%. I have like a little thing in my throat going on, and I feel really tired. So I'm going to practice some self-care for myself today. So that's why I said I'm also feeling caring, because I'm not going to ignore how I feel. I'm not going to ignore how I feel. So I see you all. Gladys feeling rejuvenated. Yes, Mommy feeling joyful. Nan, joyful and thankful. Pamela, optimistic. Yes, I love it all. I love it all. So all you optimistic, juvenated, joyful, thankful folks, send your Rev Melissa some of that energy today, because I need some today, because I'm with Lindsay today, feeling tired. Yes. Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. So we're going to continue on, because I laughed when I saw day 7. I just thought it was hilarious. Thank you, Pastor Al. I'm already all right. Yes, I am. But I appreciate that. So before I go to day 7, there was something I wanted to share yesterday in day 6, and I posted this on my I Am Rev Melissa Facebook page. It is a meditation that I really enjoy. It's a 5-minute meditation by Jason Stevenson, and I love his meditations. I don't know about y'all, but I like a meditation with a male voice. Not so much female voices. I like a meditation with a male voice. So Jason does it for me. So he has a series of meditation. He has wonderful sleep meditations. And so the one that I posted on my Facebook page yesterday is called Positive Mind. And I thought that it really worked very well with the 5-finger breathing and the 5-finger gratitude yesterday. So you can check that out. One of the things that he says in his meditation is, I have cultivated a positive mindset. I am open to feel joy. I am open to feel joy. So that's what we're doing. We're cultivating a positive mindset, not a distracting mindset. We're not cultivating distraction, right? Nope, we're not doing that. We're cultivating a positive mindset. We're cultivating a mindset that is set on that which we want to attract and magnetize to us in our lives. Yes, that's what we're doing, Tim. Yes, that's what we're doing. So today's day 7 is brush your way to a new habit. I just love that. Brush your way. They had a picture of a toothbrush, and I guess that's a yoga pose she's doing. I'm not sure. But this is a great way to develop a new habit by attaching it to a habit that you already do. And brushing your teeth is one of those habits. I hope. I hope everybody brush their teeth at least once a day, right? At least once a day, right? So no. Creating a habit based on something that you already do. So I want to share a little bit of what they shared today, if you haven't had a chance to check it out yet. Okay. And of course, every day they provide so many other resources that you can go and read up on for yourself, research information, just a wealth of information. So this is what I want to highlight for today. Brush your way to a new habit. Your daily toothbrushing routine is a great opportunity to schedule a new goal. Picking a time and place for a new goal makes it far more likely that you'll do it. Keep it simple by bundling your new goal to a consistent habit you already have. Brushing your teeth, enjoying your morning coffee, coming home after work, sitting down for dinner, and getting ready for bed are all daily rituals and present great opportunities and that present great opportunities for scheduling a new habit. When you pick a specific time and opportunity to start a new goal, it's called an implementation intention. And then they talk about a study, right? The studies show that people were twice as likely to follow through on a goal if they made a plan for a time and a place to start doing it. That is so true. So I could tell you for myself, right? If like right now I said I'm going to do a detox, right? So I've been saying this for a couple of months now. I did a detox early in the year, and I like to do them like seasonally, and I haven't done one for the spring yet. And so for let's say since March, I've been saying I'm going to do a detox. I'm going to do just I'm going to do a detox. I'm going to do that. No plan around it. Just like a fly by night thing, right? It's not intentional. It's not grounded in anything, right? And so when I came back from Ocean City, I said, okay, you went in, girl. You went in. And a motivating factor for me, y'all, is when I was packing to go there, I have these pants that I love. They're these white and black pants, and they're white and they have black butterflies all over them. I got them from a thrift store years ago. And so I said, I want to take those pants with me. Don't y'all know I went to put those pants on and I could not button them? Talk about talk about being motivated. I said, oh no, we are not having this. We are not having this. So I said, I wrote this down. This is the plan. Start detox when you return from Ocean City on Monday. Day 1 is Monday. And then what I do is I keep a journal. And we've all heard that, to keep a food journal. What are you eating? And for me, that works best because I've tried it without keeping the journal. And at some point, I just fall off. But if I keep a habit of writing down everything that I've eaten, I'm more likely to make healthier choices for myself and to stay in my plan. So that's basically what they're saying here, right? Pick a specific time to start a new goal and have an implementation, right? We have intentions, right? I want to set an intention for this. I said, but when are you going to implement that intention? When are you going to start putting that intention into action? One other thing that I want to share that they write is they're referencing another study. Another study found that having a plan was just as effective as having monetary reward in convincing people to follow through on their goals. In that study, 300 students in Germany were asked to buy organic food. Half the students got a voucher for 2.5 euros, and one group was asked when and where they planned to buy the food. And that group that made a specific plan, 50% followed through, compared to just 34% of those who didn't make a plan. The researchers raised the amount of the voucher to see if money was a stronger motivator than making a specific plan. They found that giving money wasn't more powerful than setting an intention. That is really, really powerful, because sometimes we get this notion that we can't do certain things because we don't have the money for it, right? And so we make the money the motivating factor if we're going to do something or not. But the research shows that money is not a motivating factor in and of itself. Setting an intention is more powerful than the money motivation. I think that's so powerful. The results show that 50% of the people who got more money bought the food, the same percentage as those with less money who made a specific plan to shop. When people were given both options, more money and instructed to name the time and place they would shop, the follow through was the highest. 61% did as promised and purchased the organic food. So they're saying it's important that we create these intentions with a plan. With a plan. It's not loosey goosey, right? So I know I can confess. Sometimes I make loosey goosey intentions, like my intention to go to bed earlier. That is a loosey goosey. That is a loosey goosey intention, right? However, if I set a plan, if I set a time, okay, I'm going to be in the bed by such and such time, the likelihood of that occurring increases for me. Okay. All right. Is there anything else I want to share here? Yes. One other thing. Accountability. This is so powerful. You can increase the likelihood that you'll stick to a plan if you tell someone else about it. Creating accountability, having a accountability partner, a purpose partner is so powerful. It's so powerful. But you want to be really intentional about who you select to be your accountability partner. Okay. You want someone who's going to, be cheering you on. You know, you don't want somebody, you call them over there and you're like, oh, I don't feel like doing that today. And they go, okay, girl, we need a break. I think we worked hard. I think we could take a break, right? You want an accountability partner who will support you in being accountable to your intention. Okay? Really important. Last thing I think I'm going to share. This was a really good one, y'all. Another form of intention setting involves setting a goal and then pairing it with another activity you really enjoy. Dr. Milkman, I think that's hilarious that his name is Milkman. He had to become a doctor, right? With his name being Milkman. Dr. Milkman calls this temptation bundling. It works because you give yourself an immediate reward to complete a task like exercising or doing your homework. right? And then they share a study about how that works with children, right? They complete a task, they get rewarded, right? And that's really how habits are developed, right? There's three parts to a habit. It's the behavior, it's the trigger, it's the behavior, it's the reward, right? So that's what we're developing here. Healthy habits. Healthy habits. They conclude by saying that people have the wrong mental model of how to achieve a tough new goal, said Dr. Milkman. They think they have to push through something they don't like, but people do better if they pursue a new goal in the most fun way possible. So we don't have to suffer with our goals and intentions. Make it fun. Make it fun. We're way more likely to not only do it, but to stick to it if it's something that we can create fun out of, right? So I just love all of those. And what all of that has in common for me is around the power of setting intentions, the power of setting intentions. And I know I've spoken about intentions, and I know most of you have heard of setting positive intentions. And so when I was preparing this morning, I thought about this book, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. This was probably the book that put Deepak on the map, right? So it's one of my favorite books. It's a classic. And he has a whole chapter on the law of intention and desire. So I just want to read just a little bit to you. Look at Deepak. Look at his picture. He was so young. Okay. So this is what he writes. Inherent in every intention and desire is the mechanics for its fulfillment. Intention and desire in the field of pure potentiality have infinite organizing power. And when we introduce an intention in the fertile ground of pure potentiality, we put this infinite organizing power to work for us, right? So by setting the intention, we're setting into motion the potentiality of that coming into fruition, right? Just by setting the intention and following through. Yes? And I just want to read one other thing. If y'all don't have this book, I say that about every book, don't I? But I'm serious, y'all. If y'all don't have this one, I highly recommend you get it because it's a good one. He writes, this conscious change is brought about by the two qualities inherent in consciousness, right? Intention is about consciousness, yes? Attention and intention. Attention energizes and intention transforms. Whatever you put your attention on will grow stronger in your life. Whatever you take your attention away from will wither, disintegrate, and disappear, right? We can all agree with that. Intention, on the other hand, triggers transformation of energy and information. Intention organizes its own fulfillment. Yes? So we intention and attention is important, right? When we are developing new habits for ourselves. Intention and attention is important when we find ourselves in the mindset of distraction, right? It's a level of consciousness, a level of consciousness. So what are we doing? We are marrying a new habit that we want to develop with a habit that we already have. We want to make that habit enjoyable, make fun. Think of it as a fun thing. Think of it as a fun thing. You're more likely to do it. And if you join with an accountability partner, someone who supports you, then the likelihood that you will continue with that intention coming into fruition, that habit coming into fruition, will expand. Will expand because it's the law. It's the law of intention. Yes? All right. So we're going to set an intention to begin a new habit that's in alignment with our purpose. It could be in alignment with your quality of God that we're all embodying for 2021, right? And then we're going to connect that with a habit that we already do. So today I was thinking about, as I was getting ready, do I have a habit that I currently do that I can marry with my detox and make my detox experience more fun for me? And I say, yes. One of the habits, and I used to do this and then I stopped doing it. So I have a prayer partner, and so we pray every morning, although it hasn't been as consistent as it could be. However, this is what I used to do, and I know it works. So when she would call me so that we would pray, so that we can pray, one of the things that I would do as soon as we got off the phone is that I would make my concoction. So this is my concoction. My concoction is, or my elixir is raw apple cider vinegar. I heat up water. I make this a tea of raw apple cider vinegar with lime, a teeny bit of unprocessed raw honey, with turmeric and red cayenne pepper. And I stir that all up into a tea and I drank that, right? It worked for me. I would do it every day. She would call me, I would pray, hang up the phone, and go make my elixir. And that's part of my detox ritual, right? That I stopped doing on a consistent basis when we stop our morning prayers consistently. You see? So it's really important, right? It's really important to marry it with something that you're going to consistently do, right? So yesterday started my first detox. I said, okay, let me do my elixir. I didn't have my prayer partner in the morning as my new habit. However, I did it with something else that I love to do, right? So something else that I love to do in the morning is I get hugs. I get hugs from my girls and I get kisses from my husband. So after that, I could go make my elixir. So now I have two things, right? If one will definitely happen. My hugs and kisses happen every morning. That's the definite. So I can attach that, and that's fun, right? That's a fun habit with my elixir and get my day started right for my detox. So that's an example. So find what works for you. Find what works for you. Okay? All right, y'all. So that's day 7. We're creating an intentional habit. An intentional habit, right? And think about what you can use, a habit that you can develop to help you when you're in that distraction consciousness. Okay? I see you, Nan. Maybe doing the detox is causing you to feel a bit tired this morning. I'm going to sit with that, Nan. I don't think it is. I think it was the traveling. I think that might be more so what it is. And it's only day 2. It usually takes me a little longer to start to feel the effects of it. So, but thank you, Nan. I appreciate that. All right, y'all. And I'm fine. Today I'm feeling caring too. So I'm gonna do some self-caring for myself. And it's all good. It's all good. Thank you, Tim. All the love. I just love y'all so much. So we're creating an intentional habit. Okay. All right. Yes. Yes. Okay, y'all. So we're living life in joy. We're making a habit of that. How about that? Make a habit of living life in joy, and make a habit and set an intention to connect to your yes on a daily basis. All right, y'all. So let's get into some joy news. Thank you, Simone. That's so sweet. Thank you. I love you too. All right, some joy news, y'all. So, tomorrow at 4 a.m., we are meditating with the full moon. And have y'all seen it like poking? I've seen it. It's like, hey, it's getting ready. It's like bright already, right? So tomorrow, 4 a.m. Eastern Time on Zoom. Please register for the Zoom link at bit.ly Full Moon Joy. The information is right there. The Eventbrite is on my page. You have to register to get the Zoom link. So please do that. 4 a.m., we do a full spiritual practice. Just bring something to write on and with. Oh, speaking of writing on and with, yesterday I shared with y'all that my pens were missing. You remember that? So this morning I woke up and I said, I know where those pens are. Y'all know where they were? I packed them. They were in my backpack that I packed to take with me down to Ocean City. And here I am blaming everybody in the household, even the cat, for taking my pens, and I had packed them away. So I'm sorry, everybody. Okay. I just thought that was hilarious. You know, when you wake up and the first thing you thought you lost something, and it's like, oh, I know where it is. That's what happened this morning to me. All right. So meditating with the moon, 4 a.m. And this Sunday, please tune in for Living Life in Joy. My special guest is Stephanie Archer. She's a wonderful coach. She has a company called Abundant Life Wellness Coach. So please join us Sunday, 10:30 a.m. We're wrapping up our Mother's Month and National Mental Health Awareness Month with Stephanie Archer. All right. Please support my Joy line of merchandise, my Sip Joy. Here's my Sip Joy mug. Yes. I say it's 15 ounces, almost 2 cups of joy that you could sip on all day long, as some members of my congregation of joy do right there. I also have long sleeve and short sleeve t-shirts that say, connect to your yes and live life in joy. If you need that vibration on you throughout the day, there you have it. And I also have Joy, Joy, Joy socks to get you moving when you're doing your exercise, snack, and affirmation and action. Yes? All right, y'all. So let me check in. We have a couple of minutes. Let me check in with Sekou, see what's going on with you.
What's happening?
Hey.
So I like how you were talking about making it fun. And that reminded me of this phrase I've heard recently, gamify it. Gamify it. So it can apply to anything you don't want to do. If you make it into a game, if you gamify it, you can make it fun for yourself, and that'll make it easier to achieve. And I also thought it was interesting how you were talking about the 7 laws of spiritual success, right? So I've been reading this book of summaries of great books of our day, and it includes that book. And when it got to that book, it says you could really ignore all the other 49 books and just read this one. So I was like, wow. So when you were talking about how it's a favorite book, I was like, well, that's been co-signed by a couple folks. There it is. There it is. And Lindsay said she has it with an easy reach. She was talking about it in the comments earlier. Yeah, there it is. One of her favorite books, classic.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's so interesting. I actually watched Deepak on YouTube a couple of days ago doing the 7 laws of abundance. And none of it had to do with money. And I think it's so interesting that when you get into the spirituality of abundance and money, no one's talking about money. Even in my podcast, Get Rich 101, where I'm reading The Science of Getting Rich, you expect The Science of Getting Rich to be specifically about money. And it is, but it's really more about your mindset. And nobody wants to deal with that, right? It's more
Yes.
about how you think about money that will bring the money to you. So anyway, those are my comments. Good sip.
Thank you. Thank you. That made me think about another classic book that I love, Eric Butterworth. He's one of my favorites. Eric Butterworth has a book called Spiritual Economics. And in his definition of abundance and prosperity, he says is well-being. It's well-being. It ain't about money. It's
Right.
about well-being. So I just love that. I just
Yes.
love
All
that.
about what's within.
Yes, yes, yes. All right, y'all. So there you have it. Some more resources that you can use. I hope you're also doing the 21-day meditation challenge with Deepak and Alicia Keys. There's so many resources, y'all. So I hope I am a resource to you also. And I'll see you tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, right here on New Thought Media Network. Please support the network. You can donate by going to their website at ntmedia.org and just pressing on donate and leave a donation there. Okay? All right, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Pamela, for sending the positive energy. I appreciate that. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all. I'll see you tomorrow. Remember, set your intentional habit. Set an intentional habit. Marry it with something you already do and make it fun. And as Sekou just said, gamify it. All right? Get your game on. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings. Peace and justice. We're living life in joy, connected to our yes.